Hello, world. Hope you're having a good morning. We are having a morning of some sort today. Unfortunately, our wonderful player, Asma, who plays Lyra, will not be joining us today. Highly unfortunate, but we will have her back at some point. As always, we are a stream that believes in social justice and other things associated with that. Please take time to be kind to others, particularly those who have less privilege and status than you. If you would like to donate, there's a donate in the there's actually a whole series of links and donates in the chat. You can exclamation point command to find them and donate to all sorts of things. Right now, the Bay Area Anti-Repression Committee Bail Fund is what I'm supporting. That's because I'm in the Bay Area. Please also consider supporting your own local area as well, among others. Okay, let's play some D&D. So, right now we're in a situation that is worth discussing a little bit. How's everyone doing?
Concerned.
Concerned? Why are you so concerned?
Bealdor is acting strange toward
Yes.
the demon rock.
Well, we will certainly talk about that in a second because I find that exciting. But before we talk about that, I want to talk about this phrase, this word actually, onism. Anyone heard of the word onism before? It's not
No.
a common word. It's a word that means sort of envy of having multiple bodies, or sadness that comes with being locked inside one body. And it's a word that I have come to use a lot because it comes up in D&D sometimes when players have more than one character when they shouldn't. So, Celia and Jinx, we're going to need to find a resolution there. El Tigre and Tis. Nope. El Tigre and Ziriel. We're going to need to find a resolution.
Tis out.
Well, you need to find a resolution there. So just bear in mind that over the course of this episode, we're going to need to resolve and remove these elements and or things. Yeah? Makes sense?
Fair enough.
Okay. You cool with that, Emily?
Yep.
Cool. Does everyone feel like they know confidently what they're going to do? Or you don't have to tell me. In fact, I kind of like not knowing. But I'm just curious if they don't feel like they know what they're going to do.
Maybe. I have two options. I could do something entirely over the top, or I could do something hilariously just a name.
Well, you can do what you want, Jack. I'm happy to hear it either way.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Emily, you know what you're going to do, roughly?
Yes, definitely. It's not as exciting as it sounds like Jack's will be, but
it's not exciting. It's just stupid in the best of ways.
Oh, that's what we like to hear. Stupid in the best of ways. It's one of my favorite qualifiers. Okay, let's get into the game then. So, well, now I'll let that be a surprise. Okay, so you guys have made it out of the tomb. The full party has made it out of the tomb. For reasons known only to her, Lyra has gone wandering off on her own. It happens. And the 5 of you that remain enter into your home tent, and there is Bealdor. Tell me, what's going on with Bealdor?
If I remember... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Emily?
Yeah, you can go.
He's a bit crackers, definitely. Because he is not supposed to be snuggling up to that rock quite as closely as he is.
That is very true.
And we need that rock, because we need to give it to the massive robots so that they can heal, decurse Lyra a bit quicker. Basically.
Oh yeah, Lyra is being. That's
Oh.
very convenient.
Yeah, that is very convenient. Wow, I my
forgot about
convenience
that.
scale is wow. My brain was not working. Okay, cool, awesome. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. So Bealdor is like massaging the rock and petting it and whispering to it as he holds it.
You told me that your people weren't evil. Like, this is not what the guy with a lot of money told me.
They're not supposed to be. I as a player don't remember entirely what the rock does. Was it like a comm device kind of thing?
Basically, yeah, it was able to communicate with someone.
So that's probably not good.
Did we ever find out who it was? Was it Foxy's?
I thought it was Ozishra.
No, it's Ozishra.
Ozishra. Is he the massive black dragon that Mochi met?
Yep.
Just checking. Okay.
And Fate and no, what was it? Fate and I forgot what their names are. I remember Fate. Fate is looking for Foxus stuff or Ozishra?
Both. And
oh, okay.
more. Yeah.
Nice.
They were. I think I'm comfortable talking about a little bit of the lore here, if you don't mind for a second.
Okay.
The robots were originally installed as defense devices against the dark magics that were sealed within this tomb. So they don't like all three of the dark magic sets that were sealed inside this tomb. Conveniently for you guys, the three dark magic sets also don't like each other, which is a nice thing to know. But Voxis, Ozishra, and the other all dislike each other, and they all have their own sort of pools of resources and enemies and blah blah blah, and their own home bases deep inside the tomb, with the robots sort of fighting a losing battle, even though they are powerful. So yes, they don't like all three of them. There's a lore drop. Yeah, so this rock you have is from Ozishra. It's a way to chat with Ozishra, and any of you could do it too. But you left it in the care of Bealdor, and Bealdor is talking to Ozishra.
Oh, that was a bad decision on my part.
I'm gonna see if I can get my familiar to snatch it from him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is your familiar, by the way?
Pineapple. Thanks to Emily.
we have a pineapple familiar.
Well, yes and no. It is not actually a pineapple. It is a ferret, which I actually found out was surprising to me because I initially wanted it to be a ferret.
Okay.
But I didn't think that ferrets were like an actual familiar, so I was going to ask until I read the actual thing, and as it turns out, they actually specifically list ferret.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so you have a ferret named Pineapple.
A ferret named Pineapple.
That is the greatest name ever. How did you come up with this, Emily? Was this from Emily, you say?
Mm-hmm. I asked you guys for random words. One was camera, and then the other was... Yeah, I remember that. And I forget what you said. You said something... Oh, man, I don't remember, but it was a big word.
That sounds like me.
Yeah, and then pineapple. And I saw pineapple, and I was like, that is perfect. And thanks to Emily, we now have Pineapple the ferret.
I'm so excited.
That is amazing.
So.
That is amazing. Okay, Pineapple the ferret. Good to know.
Boy. Oh, baby boy.
That's amazing. Okay, so Pineapple the ferret is... So describe Pineapple the ferret for me.
I think I have a picture. Yeah. I'll post it. Yeah, I was going to do like a little bit of a bigger detailed version, but I'm lazy. So
wait, did you post it in where are you posting it? Discord?
I'll post it in Discord. Just
okay. I'm gonna put it on I'm gonna drag it into Roll20 so that people can see it. And Marcus, can you go to whatever map
we're on? I'm working on
in
that.
a second. Cool.
Oh, good. I just need to find
once I get the art. I just want to see it and I want to share this art. By the way, for those of you that don't know, Jack the Undying is an awesome artist. You can find him on Twitter at Jack the Undying, and you should check out his stuff and support him because he's awesome.
Where is it? Might be a great artist, but I have no idea where the fuck I say things.
Organization may not be the strong suit. That's
much.
okay. Well, you keep an eye out for it, and I will toss it up on the screen when I get it, assuming it's dramatically either deeply appropriate or inappropriate. I will post it on the screen at that point. Cool. Okay, let's dive into this.
There's no way I don't have it. All right, hold up. I'm just gonna open the file.
Okay. So Bealdor is going to attempt to grab this this thing, this stone. Too many windows are open. My computer's slowing down. My bad. He's going to attempt to grab this stone. Yeah. So he's a ferret. So how much? What is his stats? Let's find out.
Do not know.
Okay. Looks like they give you weasel stats if you're a ferret. That seems about right.
Nice. All right, I managed to take a screenshot of it because, like, apparently I don't save things.
Totally fair.
He's beautiful.
He's a boy.
I will show everyone in a second. Oh, beautiful. Oh my gosh. He is so cute.
Such a boy.
Oh, okay. Let's go over to, I don't know. I'll put you in a random room that is empty enough that I can drag this.
See, at some point when I draw it a little bit bigger, I want to do like the fern, like a pineapple pattern. So that way it's like that's his name, is this pineapple, because he's got like little ridges and stuff. It'll be so cute.
Love that idea.
Oh my god, that's the cutest thing.
I think it's cool too, because like they have the little war weasel dances. And, it's adorable.
The what now?
The war weasel dance.
Yeah, what is that? I've never heard that ever.
Oh man, it's the best. So basically, it literally just what's it called? They'll hop around and then they'll do spins and twists on whatever it is as like a playful sort of practice for fighting, which is hilarious.
Oh yeah, like cats do with like the tummy kick thing. Yeah,
that's fantastic. So much.
Because it's a screenshot, it's slightly lower quality than it actually is in real life, but it does look pretty awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, so fair, try and grab this. I think this would be a dexterity saving throw, so it's a +3 that you are rolling, and I think it's contested.
Okay.
So Bealdor's gonna try and contest it. 1d20 +3.
Oh wait, 1d20 +3?
Yeah, because it's your ferret.
Oh, okay, so yeah, that would be minus what's it called? 1, because I have a dex of 4.
Cool, 22. Yeah, so I rolled a nat 1.
Nice.
And with my +2, that makes it a 3, which means that you rolled 19 higher than me. And so from that perspective, I think that what happens is Bealdor sees the ferret coming for it and like tries to like hide it behind himself, and so like he tries to like put his hand out on the table and push it back. So it's like, no, mine. But he just pushes it really hard and it just falls on the table. And the ferret just like goes and grabs it and brings it back to you.
And I'm going to give it to probably Tess and say, you should probably keep that away from him.
Just take it.
Just will take it.
Hello again.
We've spoken before? I've completely forgotten. That's Marcus, not Tess.
Lord.
I suppose so.
Lizard?
No.
No magic to speak of either.
I wouldn't say that. But, to be frank, I'm not entirely comfortable with sharing very much with you.
I can offer much.
Tis will try to mentally, like, cut off whatever connection is going on here while still holding the stone. Is that possible?
Yeah, why don't you attempt to roll a charisma saving throw?
Oh boy. I guess that's one of the few things I'm okay at.
Sounds like someone's trying to sell me something.
Nice.
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
You could be great. A powerful warrior. A sword of magic. Isn't that what you want? To smite your enemies and protect your friends. And then he is cut off.
Solid. Okay. Oh god, what do I even do with this thing?
And Bealder like looks at you and says, "No, but I need it. It's my
no,
friend.
no, absolutely not.
I no.
I'll like,
don't take it from me,
I'll
please.
like put the
Don't
thing
take it
up
from
to
me."
him. Like, that's, no. I will wrap it up. I hope that's sufficient. Actually, Celia, do you have any idea what to do with this to get it to not interact with anyone or anything?
Salya's just going to turn to Bialdor and ask where the soul box was that it originally came in.
Right.
It wanted me to get rid of it, so I threw it out.
Where?
Okay, where is it now?
I don't know.
Where did you throw it away?
Like in the garbage.
But which one?
I mean, there's only the one over there. Like
Tis goes to the one.
Yeah.
I'm just
So
digging through the trash.
the dump is actually owned by
Good damn
Hubert Songshore Enterprises.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
The trash. He owns the trash.
Yep.
He is trash.
Yeah. He is trash. He's trash and he owns trash. So you see that he points not towards like your guys' personal trash, but to like the dump.
So it's like approaching a landfill or something, or it would be an ordeal to sort through it.
It certainly would be like sorting. I mean, at this point, it is now Hubert Songshore Enterprises property. They probably have people sorting through it, looking for like things that people have thrown out that they shouldn't have thrown out, like soulwood boxes, and things like that. But yeah, it's a lot. So I don't know. It's a you certainly could try.
Should we bother looking for it?
Yeah, is it worth it? Because okay, how rare is a soulwood box?
Soulwood is incredibly expensive. The small soulwood box that you had is probably around 1,500 gold pieces.
All right, let's go digging through the trash, everybody.
I'm never giving Bialdor berries again.
Bialdor, we're going to that dump. We also brought someone for you to enlist with Obscura.
But what are you doing with the stone?
You don't need to know. How much did you talk to this thing? What did you say?
What does it matter? He's my friend.
That's very unlikely. What did he tell you, and what did you tell him? He's not. What was his name again? I keep forgetting. The Black Dragon.
Ovzishra.
And it is Ovzishra.
I call him Ovi.
No, it's. I didn't meet this thing. Full disclosure, I didn't meet this thing, but Mochi did, and the way he talked about it, it did not make it sound like a friendly being. It sounded like a monster.
Mochi wasn't the best judge of character.
He was actually he was a great he was a great judge of character.
No, he wasn't. He was small.
His judgment in general was not great, but his judgment of character was spot on. You would do well to speak kindly about Mochi.
I mean, I don't mean to speak ill of Mochi. I like Mochi, of course, but
I know.
but he was. I mean, I think they just got off on the wrong foot, you know.
Wait, how does someone being small make them a bad judge of character? What does that mean?
Well, I'm just saying that like Mochi's small and Ovi's big, and so like there might have been some conflict there.
I don't know what bearing that has on anything. Okay, no, he is not nice. I promise you that. We've known each other far longer than you've known Ovi. He's not nice.
But roll like a persuasion check.
Sure. persuasion.
Nice.
Rolling well for once.
Yeah. So he he decides that you are not a person to talk to about this anymore. That doesn't mean that he's not magically compelled by this anymore. Of course, he's still magically compelled by the ancient black dragon that has taken over part of his mind. Yeah. But he realizes that you are an unsympathetic source who's not going to help him.
It's a non-starter with me.
Yeah. So he's gonna move on. Yeah.
Because Jinx never really, she doesn't really know who Avishra is. But she's kind of watching this and recognizing that there is something weird going on here, and it's probably a good thing that the stone is going somewhere else. So she's going to kind of go up to. Sorry, there's a spider on my wall.
Oh, no.
Okay, anyway, she's gonna kind of like walk up to.
Just hope it's not one of the jumping ones that jumps from the wall onto you.
Oh,
Maybe the ones with wings; like... those are crazy.
Yeah, stop trying to scare her.
It almost had me with that.
She's gonna like slowly walk up to Bealdor and just kind of like try to look gentle, like calm him down a bit, and like act sympathetic.
Yeah, do you have something that does that, or sorry, do you have a special ability that does that, or are you just like trying to persuade him to be calm?
No, I don't have a special ability. I'm just
sure. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Roll a persuasion check. This, by the way, would be the perfect circumstance for the spell Calm Emotions if you had it. We'll say that spell is useless. Yeah. So Bealdor looks at you and says, "What are you doing?"
She's just gonna like keep going towards her and just be like, "It's okay. Ovi will just be going away for a while, but I'm sure he'll be coming back." Right,
I'm
Tiss?
fine.
Look at Tiss and just be like, "Please nod. Please nod."
I'm fine. Okay? You don't need to know. I get it. I'm fine. I get it. I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
You know they mean it when they say it 4 times.
Jinx very clearly does not trust him and is going to keep going.
Yeah, so what's Jinx's intent here? Do you want to grab him? Do you want to tie him up? Do you want to knock him out? Do you want to pet him? I don't know what you want to do.
Pet him. Jinx is
like
worried.
A soothing way. I don't know. Whatever. What?
If they go to the dump with the stone, is Bealdor gonna go and do something stupid, like go to Hubert Songshore or something? So she mainly wants to like calm him down so she can keep an eye on him. But if she can't do that, she will like tie him up or something.
Okay. Yes, your goal is to calm him down via emotional reasoning. You failed your persuasion check, so obviously that does not work. So, are you going to tie him up?
She's going to stay close, and if he makes a move, then she will.
I could try like a logical reasoning, like one more time.
You're welcome to try.
All right. Now, look, buddy, I don't know much about this, but I know enough to tell that stone is really evil. And I'll put it this way. Do you know anything about plants?
I have 3 doctorates.
Yeah, cool. So there was one time that I was in this big swamp jungle, and I saw a plant. It was kind of shaped like a vase or a cup, and I realized that the plant itself smelled really, really nice on the outside, and it was covered around the mouth and lips of something that looked like honey, right? And I saw a fly land on the side of it and slowly but surely drop down into the middle of the plant where it was eaten alive. Now, that necessarily may be your situation here. you may be going through something where it seems too good to be true. It seems like that sweet, syrupy honey. And at first, it may taste good, but I guarantee you, when you're in that pot, there's no way back out.
It's not like that.
The fly didn't know either.
Well, the fly is dumb, isn't it? You knew.
And you're saying you're better?
Than a fly? Yes. You're saying I'm worse than a fly? You're saying I'm dumber than a fly?
I'm saying comparatively, that plant was as big as your friend there. It's kind of hard to notice things when they're a little bit bigger than you.
No, he's just misunderstood, okay? It'll be fine. He's just misunderstood. We can talk this out. It'll be fine. Okay?
I think that there is some things that lead me to believe that I can see the bodies at the end of this pit.
Roll a persuasion check.
All right. Let's see. Average.
Perfectly average. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the response that you're getting, Zeriel, is that Bialdor's general response is along the lines of like, yeah, fine, whatever, I believe you, sure, but you can tell he does not believe you.
Yeah, let's tie him up.
Yeah. It's very difficult to talk. It's very, very, very difficult to talk people out of being magically compelled.
True.
So there's a very scary and creepy. Okay, back to it.
Salya wants to ask a question.
Go for it.
She wants to ask Bialdor why he's so set on Ovi being a good guy.
I mean, I don't know. It's like he just is. Like Marilla or Illumina Starborn or I don't know, any of the great people from history. Just because we've forgotten most of history doesn't mean that like he wasn't important to it and didn't help it out. Wasn't a guide to many people.
So did he tell you what he did in history?
I mean, bits and pieces come out every once in a while. It's not like I'm sitting there quizzing him. You sit around quizzing your friends all the time?
Quite often.
No, you just quiz me, which is how I know we're not friends.
Oh. That's a bit much.
Okay, Salya is hurt.
Yeah.
But okay.
Do you not get to know your friends? Sorry.
Of course you get to know them. Between like getting to know them and like sitting around and just like ask them, so what did you do on Thursday in the year 204?
Okay. Bialdor got sassy.
I still have rope. Just saying, we can tie him up real nice and then figure out something later.
You don't need to tie me up. I'm fine. I'll just sit here and take notes. I've got reports to send to the Order of Obscura anyway.
Can you enlist these two, actually? This is Zeriel. He was formerly working with Hubert Longshore Enterprises. He isn't any longer because he saw how, frankly, shitty their practices are. And this is Jinx.
Jinx is going to kind of put her hands up and she's like, no, I'm okay.
Oh.
I'm going to be heading off soon anyway, but thank you.
Was the glove the thing you were here for?
Yes, and now I've got it, I really should be getting back.
Can I ask what it does?
Okay, Jinx kind of doesn't really know. She knows it's important, but she wasn't really privy to the information that would allow her to use it, so she's not really sure.
That's fair. Good luck on your whatever you do, your journey.
Thank you, and thank you for helping me. Good luck too.
Pistol salute.
And then she's going to kind of side-eye Bialdor and she'll be like, I might stick around for a bit and take care of some things.
There's a caravan that's coming in town today. I think they're supposed to leave in the next couple of days. They're a Uri Curry caravan. Maybe you can go out with them.
Okay, thank you. I think I will. Are you sure you don't want my help around here any longer?
I'm fine.
We're gonna miss you. Even though I've only met you for like 10 seconds.
I think we're okay. You're welcome, naturally, but I think we'll be good.
Okay. It was really nice to meet you guys. Thank you. And she's gonna kind of walk up and shake Tiss's hand if you'll let her.
Yeah, gladly.
And then give you a salute and walk out.
Okay. Well, take care, Jinx. We hardly knew you. You'll probably be an NPC in the future.
Yay!
So it was just Zerial then. If you could take care of that. I know we haven't seen eye to eye regarding OV.
No, it's fine. I have a job to do still, of course.
Okay.
Zerial, I need fingerprints and your signature on several pieces of paper. I wasn't expecting a new recruit, so pardon me while I get the papers together, and then you can sign it.
For sure, sounds good. And I think I'll sideline El Tigre here too. So as El Tigre walks into the tent, he's going to look kind of, as far around as he can, and he's going to see a shovel in the corner. He's going to find it and pick it up, and a stick that he had found in his back pocket, kind of shaped like a Y. El Tigre says, I think there is something I must do. I will admit I miss my home and I miss my people. And as much as our excursions have been fantastic, I definitely think that it is about time that we have bridged our two worlds.
Oh.
And so now I'm going to write some non-destructive future lore.
Nice.
So this is the story of El Tigre told tens of thousands of years into the future. Yeah. There's once a man who was wandering the desert and came across a spot where he believed to be a divine portal to the other realm. Using just his mighty muscles and his shovel, he managed to dig and keep digging. For months it stretched on. Soon people began to gather around him, some to help him dig. Eventually, he dug so deep that he reached the center of the earth. Finding nothing there, he retired as a quiet archaeology professor, having known many things through his study of things like the dinosaurs and the previous worlds that have lived there. What a lovely lad he was.
I love it. Just fantastic. Okay. And there we get our second retirement.
I'm glad they're both alive. Could have gone very differently.
I was so prepared to just and then they're murdered. No.
Lightning came down from the heavens.
Rocks fall, you die. All that good stuff. Cool. Awesome. Nice. Cool. So what is the plan right now?
I think we go to the dump.
Yeah.
Talia kind of needs to rest anyway, but she's gonna kind of whisper to Tiss and volunteer to stay behind to keep an eye.
Yeah, somebody needs to. That works okay. Zerial, I guess it's you and me to the dump, buddy, friend.
Sounds about all right. Yeah. So, you sure didn't want to come with? I mean, we'll rest with you.
She's gonna keep an eye on Yeldor.
Sounds good.
Somebody should. I was gonna ask you actually, so he could enlist you, but yeah.
Sounds like he's kind of busy right now. So, fair though.
So. Okay. So our narrative splits here. Let's check the dump first. So Tiss and Zerial head towards the dump. Yeah. The dump is outside and behind Hubert Songshore Enterprises back wall, and people just sort of go there and toss things. It's probably because it's one of the few real walls there, so it's like has the potential to block some of the smell. Although honestly, it's still quite smelly and open air, so it's not really blocking that much of the smell. And the two of you head back there to check this place out when you see that there are some very I'm comfortable saying like low level guards who are protecting this, and a couple of people who clearly have the job of like going through this, and two of them just sort of are going through everything, and the third one is like sitting on a chair nearby that's clearly like a chair from the dump. It's got like you know, a leg is missing, and so he's sitting like at an angle, but he's sitting there reading a book, and he's wearing a tall hat. And every once in a while, someone will say, "Is this worth anything?" And he sort of glances up and looks at it, and then says, "No." "Is this worth anything?" "No." Checks his nails. "Is this worth anything?" And he looks up. "No." And so they're like, it's mostly that. And then when they have like a good section of it done, that guy turns towards it and just casts burning hands and lights all the garbage on fire.
Oh shit. I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna put 2 gold in my hand in front of him and I say, "Is this worth anything?"
And he looks down at your hand and shakes it and says, "Yes, greetings. How can I help you?"
Good to see you. I'm looking for a box.
"There are plenty around."
Specifically a box that is possibly magical. What would you know about that?
"Possibly magical boxes. I mean, I cast detect magic when I showed up to check for any magical items here in the dump. Didn't find anything. Most people aren't careless enough to throw out a magical item."
That's fair. Would you happen to have any in stock? Could you possibly show me your wares?
"Of boxes?
Whatever you have.
If you're trying to purchase something, then you should go around to the front to the main business. I'll give you your coin back since I can't help you really."
That's fair. Yeah. I appreciate your time, though.
He gives you one of your coins back.
I'm going to look down at it, and I'm going to look at him, and I'm just going to go, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Well, I guess we should probably try the front.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan. Does soulwood look distinctive to the eye, in comparison to like other wood?
Yes, it looks like very pretty. It's a paler wood. It's a lighter wood. It kind of looks like a balsa or a beechwood, but is like the pattern tends to always align. Also, let's see, Ziriel, why don't you roll an Arcana check for me?
All right.
Fine, get a natural 20. Yeah, no, of course.
Plus
yeah,
6 too.
worth pointing out that soulwood, one of the primary magical properties of soulwood, and in fact one of the reasons that soulwood is so important and successful, is that it blocks divination magics. That's one of the things that makes it most popular and successful. So it's like an anti-magic thing.
Interesting. Yeah. Huh. All right. So then probably it's still in the dump, but we could check just the main offices first. You never know.
Never hurts to
It's
get
easier
more
to check there.
info. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we go to the front.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, so the two of you guys head to the front office, and it's yeah, there's a person there who is looking at you guys, and Tis, you as you enter, there's like a smile of like a shopkeep, and then Tiss, as you enter, there's a frown.
Tiss won't make any note of it yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
this shop is a mess. There's stuff everywhere. There's resources. There's tools. There's hammers and sickles and like nails and like all sorts of things for building things, for excavating things, for all sorts of random types of stuff.
Probably all the useful bric-a-brac that's been in the dump.
Yeah.
Do I know the shopkeep? Have I seen them around camp?
Nope.
Interesting.
We're looking for a box. Would you be able to help us?
Maybe. She looks at you unsatisfied. Like she glances at Tiff.
Something the matter?
Say, are you Tiss?
Oh no. Yes, I am.
And you're friends with Lyra?
Good friends, yes.
And Celia?
Great friends, yes.
Quick question. Would I know about them through the since I had been hired previously?
Yeah, certainly you would.
Oh.
Okay. So I think here's where I step in, and I'm just going to slap him on the back, and I'm gonna say, my friend likes to joke. Nah. He's not Tiss. Like, you remember me, right? I've been here once or twice or around camp. You've probably seen me. Zerial, nice to meet you.
Yeah, roll a deception check.
All right. This is a 1, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hopefully.
Yeah. And so the person just like pulls open a drawer behind the desk and pulls out a piece of paper, actually 4 pieces of paper, and like shuffles through them and then like looks at it and says, "I don't know, Zerial. It looks like Tiss," and like shows you like a portrait of Tiss.
Wait, can I see the paper real quick?
Yeah.
Let's see if I. Okay. Fuck. This is going to be absolutely wild. I need to see what minor illusion does.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see.
That's so bad. That's such a bad thing to be in the world. People knowing my name without.
I'm gonna see if I could like use minor illusion to give like the picture is gonna stay exactly the same, but there's gonna be a mohawk on it. Like I'm just gonna give it like a very obvious mohawk. And like perhaps like a tattoo or something. Like
yeah, a sailor like mom tattoo on Tiss's arm.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
It can be him. Look, he doesn't even have the tattoo or the mohawk. Here, show him your arm.
Yeah, so you do this to the portrait, not to Tiss.
Yeah, to the portrait.
Okay. Yeah. Like the person like looks at it and like shakes it, right? Just starts shaking it and like trying to like rub the dirt away or something like that. And like at some point that you see that like they've looked at this picture too much for this to work. Like they know that's not right.
All right. I'll bargain with you on this one. It may or may not be Tiss, but I am willing to kind of cut you a deal.
Okay. What kind of deal?
I have 10 gold on me, and I'm willing to give you half of that if you're willing to keep this just between you and me. And I'm willing to give you all of it if you have any information on a certain box that we're looking for.
What kind of box?
We're looking for a soulwood box.
Soulwood box?
Mm-hmm.
It's worth a lot more than 10 gold, friend.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But we're just trying to figure out the location of it if possible.
We don't have anything like that here. Give me pay.
That's fair. And I'm going to give her all 10 gold.
Yeah, and she takes it. She just slides it into not the desk drawer of money, but into a pocket.
Fair. The extra 5 gold. Could you keep us being here kind of quiet too? I appreciate you helping us out with this. And in the future, there may be more.
Mum's the word, Zero.
Alrighty. It's good talking to you.
She
I'm
nods.
gonna shake hands and then I'm just gonna go with this, and I'm like, all right, let's get out of here before I lose any more gold.
Nice, yeah. You bribe this person to not revealing your location or anything. So of course, they kind of know your location because you are in camp.
Once we're outside of,
clearly, Tiss, whatever you have done something to annoy Hubert Songshore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so once we're outside of that room, I'm going to immediately say two things. All right. One, you owe me 5 gold.
Tisk gives him 29.
Oh, shit.
You should know. Yeah, I don't want you to not have any gold. That's messed up. You should know one thing. It's very important, and I've just realized how important it is. We just met. I cannot lie. Well, I can, but if I do, I lose all my ability to cast spells. So that will be a problem.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Lying is terrible. It can be.
I have a small solution. You have a set of common clothes on you?
I must somewhere. Maybe back at the camp.
All right. I have some on me. So just take my shirt. I want you to wrap your head in it, so that way you can only see your eyes.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's probably necessary at this point, and I don't have any way of disguising myself. So, yeah, Tis will do that.
It's a poor disguise, but hopefully it should work enough to the point where it's like, oh, okay, perhaps it's not exactly too terrible.
Yeah. Tis will fashion Zerial's common clothes into some sort of like face covering.
Ninja lizard.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check in with Celia. So Celia, you're standing there watching as the Aldor is like organizing some papers, and at some point he goes to the kitchen and like the kitchenette area and makes some tea. And he pours himself a cup of tea and then offers you some.
Yeah, I'll take some. I think rather than just like standing there awkwardly, I think I'm gonna get my spellbook out.
Okay.
And because I know something's happened with my spells, I'm gonna open it and kind of like half be studying, half be keeping an eye on him.
Okay. Yeah. So you're studying your spell book. He's getting together papers. He makes tea, and he provides you tea. Do you drink the tea?
No, I'm gonna hold it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hug in a mug, but I'm not gonna drink it because I'm still not sure about his intentions.
Good thinking. Frat house rules. Never drink it and it see it get opened.
Actually, is it possible to sneakily cast Identify on the tea?
Sure. Identify will reveal if there is a magical component to the tea.
Okay, yeah.
There's nothing magical in the tea.
Okay, I'm still not going to drink it, but that's good.
There's all sorts of natural things that could be in the tea, of course.
Yeah. Not sure I trust it. Is he like doing anything weird or?
No, he seems to be organizing some papers. He asks you partway through. If you he asks partway through if you are what's the word? Do you have any acquisitions from your latest venture into the dungeons?
He knew that I had been kidnapped, right? He must have. So
yes. And he's being a little bit callous about it.
Yeah, that's a slightly odd question. I'm going to give him a slightly odd look in response, and just go, no, but I'm sure we will next time.
Great. Just for my report, need to keep everything up to. Oh yes, you're back.
Yes, I am. How long has it been now? I'm sorry, I'm not sure.
2 days, 3 days. I assumed you were dead. You must want your salary. And he like goes and like grabs a coin pouch and I was going to divide this between the rest of the group because he hadn't left instructions for a will, and he pulls it forward and hands you a pouch of coins.
Oh, thank you. Do you know what Obscura's policy is regarding if someone goes missing?
The contract that you signed says that all items that are recovered that were yours go to Obscura, and the party is paid recompense for that. And if you have any further instructions pertaining to the exact particulars of your will, you can always make that known to them, and they will always carry it out. They're good people at Obscura.
Yes, they are. Thank you. So what have you been doing for the last few days?
Well, the last haul that you guys brought in was quite a find, and I had to organize it and catalog it. And I've also been working with the fungi folk. There've been a couple of them who have popped up around town now. They seem to be a very unusual mix of things. I don't know if you've seen this, but they're not like a normal. I'm trying to figure out an appropriate way of saying this that's not insensitive in any way, but they're what's the word? They're built, not born.
Oh, that's really interesting. I would, if you find out anything else about them, I'd like to know.
Yes, well, the whole thing is pseudo-biological. They're more like a test experiment in some way than a fully fledged civilization.
That's really interesting. Do you know how much power someone would need to have to be able to do something like that?
Oh, to make something like that, it wouldn't be that hard to make something like them on some level. It sort of depends on the resources that you have and what the raw materials that we're working with. And we've already seen that inside the tomb, there's a fair number of raw materials that are potentially useful. But yeah, there seems to be. You'd have to be a relatively powerful person of some sort, or have some sort of secret or forbidden knowledge.
Oh, well, I'm sure the tomb has much knowledge that we don't know about. Maybe we'll find an answer for you in there.
That would be great. They worship this god of theirs.
Yeah. Have you learned anything else about it?
Not really. Just that it sounds really ugly, and they worship it and are scared of it. I've never really understood people who worship gods that they're scared of. I follow Marilla, you know, and the Prying ways, but I've never really understood people who follow like old terrifying gods who eat them or something like that.
Faith works in many ways, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay, this is weird and it's just total speculation on my part. I don't fully know, but I'm kind of wondering if they were like created by the god as a food source.
Huh, okay. So yeah, actually hadn't thought about that.
Kind of like we make
she hadn't
popsicles.
Really considered. Yeah. Salia is definitely interested in this theory.
Mm-hmm.
But she kind of hadn't really thought about the motivations in general about that. But now she's kind of thinking that they would probably be quite easy to manipulate, potentially. So, okay. Can she? Is Bealdor doing other things while he's talking to me, or is he just looking at me and talking to me?
When he's talking to you, he seems to be focused on you. But when there's a lull in the conversation, he turns back to writing.
Okay, I'm going to kind of Okay, I don't think I have a spell to get rid of this tea, so I'm just going to pour it behind me and hope he doesn't notice.
Yeah, roll a sleight of hand check.
Oh dear. Sally's not very good at sleight of hand.
Pour it into the plant withers and dies.
Is there something wrong with the tea?
No, sorry. My coordination isn't quite what it used to be. That's something that I've noticed for the last few days when I've been locked up.
Do you think that the scales improved your coordination?
Okay, she hadn't thought about that. I don't know. I didn't notice any change after I got them. I think more likely I've just been still for too long. I'm sure it'll come back.
Interesting. They were a good look on you. I know that you didn't like them, but I always thought they were kind of cool looking.
Thank you. That's really nice of you to say. Thank you.
I kind of miss them.
Yeah, did you know where they came from?
The scales?
Uh-huh.
I mean, you told me that they were some sort of curse or something like that. Maybe a blessing? I don't know.
No, I just wondered whether you'd seen anything like that before or you knew where it came from.
Nope, just think they look cool.
Oh.
Made you look like a seasoned adventurer, you know, like someone who'd seen stuff. You know?
That I have.
Well, now you don't look like it, though.
Oh, thanks. Okay. So he's going to kind of just be like, okay. And kind of like pointedly turn back to her book.
Well, if you spilled your tea and you want more, there's it's in the kitchen, or I could get you some.
No, it's okay. I got it. Do you want any more?
Yes. And he's like finished his tea.
Okay, so I'll take his and mine and make some more and kind of try and determine whether it's just normal tea.
Yeah. How are you doing that?
Swap it out on him.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. I mean, I'll look at the tea leaves and stuff, just in case.
Yeah, sure. Are you nature trained?
Not massively, but I think.
Great. Let's roll nature.
Cool.
Dude, there. My whole stuff is alchemical research and sage.
Yeah. They look like tea stuff. Certainly the same tea that he had last time.
Okay. Out of interest, does it look anything like Mochi's tea did?
No.
Okay.
Mochi's tea was nicer.
I'll just make the one cup,
Mm-hmm.
and bring it back to him. I'll make it in my original cup.
Okay.
And hand it to him and sit down and act like I'm totally engrossed in my book.
Are you totally engrossed in your book?
No, I'm keeping an eye on him just in case. But I am actually looking at my book now.
Right. I need to check something. One second there. Okay. Secret GM roll time. Okay. Yeah. So he drinks. He seems to drink the tea.
Cool. No adverse effects?
Not so far as you know.
Okay. With regards to the spell book, are all my blood magic spells still in there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just.
Sorry. Are your blood magic spells still in your spellbook? No, they've been ripped out.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Wizards, am I right?
I think I gave. Did I give all of my spells to Adius? There might be some I can't recover. Oh,
You
okay.
gave almost all of them to Adius. There was something you held back. I don't remember which one it was. We can check. But there's something definitely.
Damn it! Right. Yeah, it might be. That is right. Okay.
The disrespect ripping pages out of a wizard's spellbook.
Well, they don't
Honestly.
like blood magic.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, I guess since I can't really do anything with my spellbook now, I'm gonna get my wand out and I'm gonna start making berries again.
Okay.
Behold, Celia, the great berry mage.
Sounds good.
You need
Making
blood
berries.
magic when you've got a wand.
Yeah, exactly. I can have a raspberry whenever I want. What do I need blood magic for? Okay. The dump. Tiff, Cereal, how you guys doing?
I think it's about time we just kind of start looking. to be fair, like, hell, there might be a way to like organize it. Oh, you know what? Oh, wait a second.
Yeah. Tis gets there and remembers that he forgot to prepare locate objects.
Well,
yeah. Okay.
Oh shit! Would that work though?
I don't know. I don't know if the fact that it can't be. Oh, I guess if it's divination, probably not.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it is. It probably is.
You know, because I was thinking we could probably. What type of divination magic did the guy have again?
Who? Adius?
Like, no, the guy in front.
Yeah, I mean, he gets detect magic on stuff as it comes in.
Okay. And that wouldn't.
It wouldn't pick up soulwood.
Okay.
So you guys return to the dump, and you notice that things have changed since you were last year. You told this guy that there might be a soulwood box here, and so before it was him and 2 guys, now it's him and like 10 guys digging through the dump.
Did we tell him? I know we told the shopkeep. Did we say soulwood in front of the?
Probably did. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That's not good. So it's 10 guys now?
Yeah.
Golly.
We could probably just kind of sit tight. Wait till one of them finds it.
And steal it? Or?
I wouldn't say steal. I would say just rightfully reacquire. It's garbage.
That's stealing. I can still steal, so I'm not entirely against it, but it's...
We could give them coin.
It was ours in the first place. Well, we found it. I don't think that makes it ours, but... we were last to have it. Like, that has to count for something.
True. How about this? We'll look, and then we'll also keep an eye out. If any of them makes any sort of noise, and we dine and dash on them.
Okay.
So,
looking at the spells.
Right. Yeah, I guess we'll just do a combined search. It's like kind of look for the box.
Yeah, so the wizard sees you guys and says, "You there?"
Yes.
This trash is the property of Hubert Songshore Enterprises.
And I am a Hubert Songshore employee.
Oh,
He had hired me for some mercenary work.
And you're going through the garbage?
Yeah. I mean, it was him who originally sent me down here. I guess that's a deception check.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh boy. Wait a second. Oh wait, no, I don't have advantage, so I can't use
You're trying to imply to me that Hubert Songshore sent you to the dump.
Well, he heard that there was a soulwood box possibly here, so he wanted to acquire it?
I will find it and turn it into him. You may go.
Totally fair, but I'll stick around here just in case.
Your friend doesn't talk much, wrapped up like that.
Yeah, he's kind of sick, so you know how it is.
Coughs.
The heat kind of gets to him.
Is that a lie, Tiff?
Tis just coughs. Oh God, is that a lie? I don't think it is.
You don't think it is?
I haven't said why I'm coughing. I'm coughing to deceive. Does that count? Fuck.
I don't know. It's your moral relationship with the higher power.
I think
you're not deceiving.
Yeah.
Someone else is deceiving, and you're just kind of casually sitting there watching.
Could I say I was opportunistically clearing my throat?
Your question, Tis.
I think I can make it right actually. He's lying. We're not sent here by Hubert Songshore, but that is our box, and we're going to find it because it's ours, and I don't care whose trash this is. And Tis heads over to the pile and starts digging.
My face just like slowly descends into my palm.
You are. Wait. The one of the ones.
I won. Yes.
The ones that we've been told to watch out for. Obscura.
There's no questions to be asked here. I'll suggest that you leave, and you'll leave here intact.
Roll an intimidation check.
Oh boy.
That is a threat.
Hey, not bad.
He looks at you, and listen, I can get in trouble for leaving. I'm gonna leave. But, is there any way you could sweeten the pot a little? And he, like, holds out his hand. For me and the boys.
And that really depends on how it goes. I'll put it this way. If you turn over the Soulwood box when you find it, each of your boys will get 2 gold.
And for me?
I'll give you double that. 4.
Like, see him doing math in his head. Okay, yeah, fine. And he turns and he, like, goes and watches his boys do work. And eventually, because there are 10 of them, they find it.
Yes.
Takes an hour and a half. But they find it, and they give it to their boss, and he sends them on their way. And waits for them to disappear before he hands you guys the box.
Looks like you just made the pot a lot better for yourself. Smart
No,
business.
I'll give it to them later. I just less likely that they'll betray us.
Fair. So, and I'm going to give them the money. So that should be 46 gold, which is literally
20. It's 24 gold. 2
26?
times 10 is 20. It's 24 gold.
24.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I literally was like, that's 1 gold off for how much I have. So wait,
No, he's
40?
got. He only had 10 people working for him.
Fuck, what's math? So I now have 23 gold. 47 minus 24. All right.
Hey, who told you to look out for Obscura employees?
My boss.
Directly? You don't mean Songshore himself?
Oh God, no. He wouldn't sully himself with things like that. No, just like your portraits have been cycled around the entire industry's place. We're not supposed to sell to you. We're not supposed to work with you. We're supposed to keep an eye out for you. If we have to sell to you, we're supposed to charge you double.
Damn. Kind of doesn't like us.
When did this start going out?
God, let's see. I heard about it 2 days ago. Maybe 3 days ago.
To Tis, does it seem more likely that it's because of Tis like speaking out in the bar rather than them escaping the compound?
Yeah, it's definitely from speaking out at the bar.
That's okay.
Yeah,
it was from saying the quiet part out loud.
Yeah.
Sick. Thank you. And Tis will head back to the tent, dejected.
Yeah, but a lot of that's thrown in the box, by the way.
Yeah, we'll get there in a second.
Yeah.
Before we get there, I want to do a couple things. Celia, how's the tent? Are you still just studying magic?
Yeah, I think at this point I've made enough berries to have like a fruit salad. I'm just like collecting them up, putting them in a little pouch. But I'm not really doing much else because me and Bialdor have finished our conversation. He's working on his thing, I'm working on mine.
Mhm.
But I'm very glad that they're back.
Okay, yeah. So, Tis, you're gonna want to put this thing in there.
Yep.
To do that, you're gonna have to touch it with your skin. You were able to resist it last time.
Yeah.
But I think it has to try again.
Sure,
I
yeah,
think that's
that
the
makes
only
sense to me.
dramatically fair thing to happen.
Charisma saving, right?
Well, it's gonna try talking to you first.
Okay.
Before it tries to force itself upon you. Well, Tis, it's been fun watching you work.
Watching how?
I have limited awareness through the stone.
Yes, did you have fun seeing us dig through trash and be hounded by people?
That must be so annoying for you.
Quite a bit, yes.
I could solve that, you know.
I can solve it too.
My way's more fun.
I think we both have different ideas of what is fun.
I think power is fun.
That's funny. That's very funny. I think power is not fun. I think it's a problem. And it is not something I want to use to solve mine. I think mine are. I think my problems mostly are about power, actually, especially here.
It's because you do not have enough power.
That might be so.
Don't you want to form a team? Have
No.
people work together?
I have that.
This Hubert Songshore?
I already have that, and I would try even if I didn't.
It's good that you will try. Your team is impressive. I like them. I like that Celia in particular. She has real potential. She looked better before.
Was that your doing?
Yes, of course. Well,
naturally.
Or hers. She's the one who triggered it.
I suppose so.
But I think that other people are scared of Hubert Songshore, even when you are brave. Yes.
That is true for the moment.
I could inspire their courage, bring them together, a rallying cry for justice, or whatever it is that you believe in.
There's no point in
Yemis,
that.
is it?
Yes, I believe in Yemis.
I remember when Yamis was a newt.
Well, all have to start somewhere. I don't think there would be any use in using you to turn people's hearts, because they don't need to be manipulated. That would be against any sort of actual progress I'm looking for. No, I don't think I'll enlist your help in that.
I could merely help you then.
I don't need it. Not from you.
Well then, take it. Roll a Christmas saving throw.
11.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay. And I think with that 11, we will go to break.
Oh, great.
Oh, dear.
So no.jpg.
Mm-hmm. We're on break.
Hey world, we're back, ready to resolve some tension, or rather escalate the tension, because that's really what we do here. If you are enjoying our content, please follow our channel. We stream 4 times a week, roughly, more or less, and mostly RPG stuff, TTRPG stuff, and having a good time. We stream Sundays, Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays. That schedule is prone to change. We're not consistent, and I know we'll get more consistent as we get more consistent, or we'll get less consistent as we get less consistent. More likely, we'll get more consistent as we get more consistent. So if you're enjoying our stuff, please follow, please subscribe, all that good stuff. Heck, if you're having a particularly great time, also consider donating to some of these good organizations out there. Again, right now we are supporting the Bay Area Anti-Repression Committee Bail Fund, among others. So please consider donating and all that good stuff. Okay, so Tis,
yeah,
how are you doing?
About to have my mind taken over or something, I presume.
I know. It just sounds so painful.
Yeah.
So bad. We have to have a brief conversation about the distinction between player knowledge and character knowledge. Because I am going to tell you what happens, but Tis doesn't know.
Okay.
And so Tis cannot ask Ziriel and Celia for help.
Okay.
Because Tis doesn't know this is what happened. Everything that has happened so far, Tis is aware of. But as far as Tis is aware, you succeeded your charisma saving throw and then stopped hearing from this crazy voice.
Okay.
Okay? Sound good?
Yeah.
Everyone else get that?
That's the extent of the character knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he casts Gaius.
Oh, good.
Yeah. He casts Gaius. And what his command is to find the keystone and remove it.
Wait, so Tis doesn't know that?
No.
Okay.
It will be a subconscious command.
Okay, yeah.
To find the keystone and remove it.
So Tis realistically wouldn't actively look for it, but if it came up somehow, Tis would instinctively grab it.
Yep.
Okay. So to find the keystone and
remove it from the temple.
Okay. Okay.
Does he know what the keystone is?
Nope.
I don't either, character and player wise. I don't think I know what that is.
Yep, you have no information.
Fun.
I love things like this. It makes me happy.
Yeah, I do too, honestly.
Yeah. Yes.
Like a good wrench thrown in the mix.
So I think that you may, on some level, Tis may react strongly to anytime anyone says the word key or stone. But and together that would you would feel like an unconscious urge to find that said keystone and solve said problem. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Makes sense. Awesome. Cool.
Perfect.
Let's dive back into things then.
Yo, I just had a very smart idea.
Does it involve meta knowledge that you don't have?
Well, not necessarily, but I had a very smart idea on how we can help get Celia's spells back. So,
I'm listening.
do I know that you've lost your spells, though?
No, actually, I haven't told anyone.
All right, so we'll wait for that to come up.
Yeah, it'll come up shortly, I think, or it may. We'll find out. But so Tis, you put the stone back in the Soulwood box, and communication is cut off. You no longer hear the voice of Zistra, aka Ovi. And you have solved, at least temporarily, this problem. Do you want to? And you guys return to your tents, where you find Bialdor is sitting there with a stack of papers for Zuriel to sign, and there's a couple of glasses of tea, and there's a stain on the rug where someone has clearly spilled something.
Bjaldar, when you're done with that, we need to talk. I know you don't agree, but we need to take this stone into the tomb, and I think you should come with us.
Wait, what? You want what?
I want you to go into the tomb with us because I think it's in your best interest.
To go into the tomb?
Yes. Okay. We're taking the stone into the tomb because there is, as far as I can tell, a security system, a very, very old but somehow very advanced security system that is meant to suppress forces like Ozisha, but also Thoxis and something called the Other, because they are evil. They are very, very, very bad. And I know you don't believe me, but consider that it is a possibility that you've been influenced.
I totally believe that Thoxis and the Other are evil.
Okay, but Ozisha is too.
Well, yeah, but like not like evil.
No, there's only one kind. What do you mean?
Like, I mean, there's like scales of evil, you know? And some people are like wrongly accused. You know, you've heard of people being wrongly accused before, right?
And some people have many scales of evil. Zisha has many scales of evil.
Arguably all of his scales, yes. Precisely. And
I'm not going to make that joke. Okay.
In all seriousness, absolutely yes, you should come with us. You've been influenced. I've resisted its magic twice now. It's tried to do something to my mind twice now, and I've resisted. So I'm almost certain that you have been too.
Oh, fine. I've been influenced, but I shouldn't go into the tomb.
We will make sure you're okay. And I think going into the tomb at this point is part of that process.
Yeah, why don't you roll a persuasion check?
Sure.
If you die, make a will. It's important.
Persuasion. 11 again.
Yeah, he seems deeply uncomfortable. But
you don't believe me. I get it, but one, recognize that's probably part of the magic. Two, just give it a chance. Prove me wrong.
He nods.
Also, don't you kind of want to get into the tomb? You've seen the stuff we've brought back. It's like someone with I can't believe someone with 3 doctorates wouldn't want to see that. That's amazing, by the way. I didn't know that was the case.
Well, technically, I haven't finished 2 of them.
I mean, you have 2, and you're about to finish a 3rd. That's 3 times as many as I have. So.
I know 12 languages. I just haven't really learned anything but one word in each.
The word poo-poo face?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, part of this, the whole point of like Obscura hiring you guys is that you guys can like search the tomb and protect things. And if you're telling me that it's safe for me to go in now,
oh no,
and like and you'll keep me alive or whatever.
That is true. Yes.
I am a non-combatant, right? I barely know which end of a sword to hold.
Is that so? Have you ever worn armor?
The metal stuff? No.
The leather stuff?
No.
Oh,
I'm a scholar.
I get it. Yeah, I know. That doesn't stop you from wearing armor, though. I'm something of a... Well, no, I won't say that, but I can read, and I wear armor.
Good. I'm glad that you can read. I think that's an important skill.
Okay. Okay.
So
well, I don't like the
offense is the mightiest pen.
Talia looks like she wants to jump into the conversation and be like, "Scholar, I'm a scholar."
Does Celia wear armor?
But he can read, Celia. He can read. Words on paper. What do they mean? We'll never know.
Like magnets. Yeah. Okay, I don't like the way you said that. That was questionable. But I do believe you should go in. On the other hand, I get it. It might involve wearing some armor and maybe picking up a sword for the first time. I also don't want to force you to go into something you don't feel safe. Do you feel safe with us?
Oh, well, I mean, of course.
So we'll do our best to get you there, and then either prove or disprove that Ovzisha is a conniving worm, and then we'll be on
I
our
just
way.
think you're wrong about him. It's not a big deal. Like it's look, we can have differences of opinion and still like work together, right?
I mean,
Zero,
yeah.
you missed the signature on page 4.
under most circumstances, yes, I think that's true. Yeah, okay, we'll see. I'll be back. I'm gonna buy you some armor. Do you want medium or heavy?
I think I'd fall over if you had heavy.
Right.
Whatever the good stuff is.
Okay, yeah, I'll get you the good stuff.
Before you go, I think we're going to need help with something, though, because I think
Sure.
I may have a way to, what's it called? Help us fund the cost of that armor.
Oh.
And could I say, for like narrative plot convenience, I know about the one that makes berries?
Sure.
Okay.
There's a fruit salad on the table for one.
Perfect. So I saw that one could make berries. Now I have a requirement for a large barrel of water because I have the spell Chill Touch, and I was thinking that we could make some berry smoothies and then sell them around.
Chill Touch is a necromantic spell. It is not an elf spell.
Shit.
You have Ray of Frost.
That is such a good. I have frostbite.
Frostbite will work.
Cool. I can also do chromatic orb technically, but I'm pretty sure that might kill somebody.
Chill Touch will turn the berries rotten.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, awesome. I love it.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
In this desert.
Make smoothies.
That's a brilliant idea. I freaking love it.
You could do both, and it would be margaritas, I think. Rotten berries and frozen.
Oh my god.
Yo.
Let's
Big
make
brain,
margaritas.
A lot of risk in that. Yeah,
so much money, though, potentially.
Yeah.
I think this is the best idea anyone's ever had in my life.
I couldn't agree more. Okay, so the plan is use the wand to make the berries. Use Chill Touch to rot the berries the appropriate amount.
Yeah, and then since I have expertise in alchemical stuff, I could probably figure out how to do that if there's like a library or something on plants somewhere. So, with
I mean, you already have expertise in alchemical stuff, so that's fine. Cool. You already know that. Okay, so I think that there's got to be multiple roles here.
All right. I'm gonna make a sign with minor illusion too. That has like big flashing, like cool berry. Like, it's gonna be a cool sign.
Okay. Yeah. Cool, refreshing, in-game created margaritas. I love it. Okay. So I feel like there's two parts of this. Part of it is magical control from Celia, and part of it is alchemical works from Zerial. So let's start with Celia. Celia,
Okay.
can you roll a Arcana check for me, just to see how this is gonna go? Internet process 25. Okay, so it goes brilliantly well. And then an alchemical check from Zerial. So this will be with alchemy tools. Do you have your alchemist tools set up on your character sheet?
I have alchemist supplies proficiency with them.
Yeah, perfect. In the bottom left, you should be able to choose what stat you want to use for your alchemy tools.
Intelligence, possibly?
Yeah, this will be intelligence.
Okay. Let's see if clicking it does something.
It does indeed.
Okay.
Excellent. Yeah. So you do this, making margaritas, and they're definitely drinkable and or good. But it definitely like it's one of those things where you're thinking like, ooh, we could do better.
That's
right?
a good feeling. Yeah.
Like this is tasty. this is good, but like a little bit more time, a little bit more energy, a little bit more effort. Next time, I can make this even better.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much do you want to try and sell these for?
Oh God. Honestly, I have no idea what the in-game economy, the world economy is kind of like.
How much?
Sure. You can think of a roughly. You can think of a gold piece as being about a $20 bill in our world.
Well, how much were the beers in the tavern?
Oh yeah, true.
The beers were silver piece, 2 silver piece, two. They ranged in price from 2 to 5 silver pieces, basically.
And how many silver pieces is a gold piece?
10.
Oh, okay.
So like a cheap beer was like $4, and expensive beer was like $10.
Could we get away with gold piece? Do you think?
Maybe 2 for a gold.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, because then if we have like a sale and then our next ones are better, they'll be worth more. So that would make sense.
Yes, we'll get him hooked on it.
Oh my god.
we're smoothie entrepreneurs.
We'll just add an addictive drug into them and it'll be fine.
It's alcohol. It's already addictive. Great. Okay.
So
you know, when I woke up this morning, this is not the way I thought the day was gonna go.
Aren't you happy this is the way the day has gone though?
No, right now I'm just jealous that this is the way the fantasy day is going and not the way the real day is
Oh
going.
my god. Yeah.
Oh god, me.
technically not much is stopping you.
I want an alcoholic smoothie right now. That sounds so good. And it's hot too.
It's hot, yeah. It's hot out here too.
It's raining here, so.
Oh god, jealous. So
Even
jealous.
better.
It's still quite hot though, so I would take a smoothie.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, okay, so you're selling 2 for a gold?
2 for a gold.
Yeah.
Get our boy some armor.
Sure. And how long are you going to spend doing this? Are you going to do this all day? Are you going to do this part of the day?
Well, I've already made like a lot of berries. So I don't know that it'd take us that long, maybe like a few hours to make like a good stock of them.
Yeah, I agree.
I guess like dusk or till we sell out.
Yeah. And so you've got frost spells, right?
Yeah.
So if business is slow, you can keep things cool.
It's a cantrip as well, so.
Oh, nice.
Powerful smoothie reserve. Ever since he was demoted from Blood Mage, things have kind of gone.
Oh my god.
I am a cunning intellect and one of the smartest wizards on the face of the planet. You bet I can keep your smoothie cold.
I mean, this is paying better than any of my blood magic ever did. So.
Oh god. Okay, cool. So we've got smoothies. We got smoothies. I like it. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, so let's do. Sorry, I'm just doing some math.
You know, I could probably make a smoothie that's themed around this game.
Oh my god, please.
Yeah, like I could probably make a recipe.
Use like tea instead of water or something.
Yeah, like I know for a fact there has to be mochi powder or green tea powder in there.
That'd be pretty good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've made a iced green tea dessert thing. I don't remember what it's called. Is it Japanese?
Mochi. Like
no, not the mochi. There's another one.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Was it a cake?
No, it's like literally ice.
Oh.
It's kind of like an icy, but it's green tea flavor. I don't remember. It was a while ago. But it was I made it for someone who was homesick, and it was
cool.
Her mother's recipe. Okay. Yeah, you guys make about 200 gold.
Solid.
Yeah. You spend the rest of the day doing this. You make about 200 gold. And let's see. No, I think that's all that happens right now.
High fives all around on that one. Like, we did good.
Yeah.
Just as an afterthought, Tis probably shouldn't go get the armor. Maybe Ziriel should go get it, because otherwise Tis is gonna have to pay double.
Right. Right. Yeah, Ziriel, do you mind buying it?
Yeah, totally fine. So, he wanted leather armor, right?
He had no idea. He's a scholar. He literally has no clue.
Yeah. So anything heavy would be too heavy for him, maybe. But there are.
Well, I mean, the thing is, he is not trained in any armor usage whatsoever.
That's right. Yeah.
So the distinction between heavy, light, and medium armor is kind of inconsequential. Let me check. His strength is only 10. So anything that requires him to have a higher strength, so like I don't think he can wear like plate.
I would also say anything that hinders his stealth would probably be a bad idea.
I mean, everything's going to hinder his stealth because.
Oh, does everything? Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah. If you're not trained, you can't really.
Right.
He can't really stealth. He can't. I mean, he cannot stealth.
You can't cast magic either, right?
He's not a spellcaster. He's a scholar.
Yeah, but
maybe. Guys, couldn't I just cast gaseous form on him and then he can't be hit?
How long does that last?
Like, I could just do that and then he's okay for an hour.
Will that last long enough to get all the way down?
Concentration, yeah.
I mean, yeah, that probably works.
He can't talk or touch anything.
That's probably for the best.
As long as he follows us, like, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Let's look for a spell storing ring too. Like, I don't know how much those cost, but like, we could store one of your gaseous forms in there, and then just use it on him if we need to. Like, if we get separated and he's with one of us that doesn't, like, we could have parties.
Oh yeah.
Big brain, big brain.
Great idea.
I have no idea how much a ring like that would cost, though. So,
I feel like it'd be like
a lot.
Oh, hang on! I've also got invisibility. I could just make him invisible.
Is gaseous form higher than first level?
Yeah, it's like a third level spell.
Oh, third.
It's a third level spell. Invisibility is a second level spell.
It's still pretty high.
I don't mind.
I mean, yeah. Third even. That's.
I think it's probably the easiest way to keep him. Although we would have to keep a hand on him at all times, otherwise he might just like.
Right, or like tie a lead or something.
Yeah.
Hey, is there a way to brew a potion with either of those?
Invisibility or gaseous form?
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm assuming it would cost quite a bit.
Yeah, it costs time is the biggest problem. Right, brewing potions costs a number of months equal to the level of the potion of the spell.
Oh shit! Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Never mind.
Yeah. Brewing potions in 5e is slow, because they don't want you to be able to because honestly, partially because potions are super duper powerful.
Yeah.
Because like they don't require concentration, and you can brew like concentration potions into a thing, so you can stack like 10 concentration effects on one person.
I am the most focused person on earth. No, if you do that, that's legally called methamphetamines.
No comment. That seems perfectly reasonable to me, though. So just looking at armor, in case you do want to go the armor route, the best. So if you specifically, you specifically do not want disadvantage on stealth checks. Is that what you said?
He would have it anyway, though, right?
No, I was wrong.
Okay.
It's certain types of armor. I think I forgot that. Never mind. Doesn't matter. So the best non-disadvantage armor he could get would be breastplate, which would give him a armor class of 14.
Okay.
But it's 400 gold pieces.
Holy shit!
I mean, 14's better than I've got. I've got.
You could get him ring mail for 30 gold pieces, but that would be disadvantage. But that would also be a 14.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
You could also get chainmail for 16 AC for 75 gold pieces, but that would also be disadvantage.
But disadvantage is the same, right?
Between the two? Yeah.
Oh, he can't use chainmail. Sorry, his strength isn't high enough.
Oh, okay.
So ring mail for 30 for AC 14 with disadvantage, or breastplate for 400 for an AC 14 without disadvantage.
Does disadvantage matter because he's not going to be in combat anyway?
It's for a stealth check. If you're trying to sneak over or be stealthy, he's very loud because he's a scholar.
I could potentially try to talk to the shopkeep, see if in exchange for something he'd be able to willing to lower the price.
No, I've got 294 gold. So I don't mind giving you the other 200, but
that's a lot of gold.
Yeah.
It is, but also Adius gave us money for healing potions last time, didn't he? So I'm sure he would probably do that again if we needed it. And healing potions is the only thing we really buy.
Yeah. There's cheaper options too though. There's chain shirt for 50 GP. It's one less AC, but it's higher than what he has now. What is his now?
Pretty good. I haven't died yet.
Fair.
How many times have you been captured? Just the twice?
Just the twice.
Okay, but I haven't died yet.
Okay.
What's his AC now?
10. He has a 10 in strength, a 10 in dex, a 10 in con, is 17 in intelligence, a 10 in wisdom, and a 10 in charisma.
Gifted commoner.
Yeah. Yeah. The chain shirt for 50 GP, I feel like that's pretty good. Because it's 13, and like, plus 3 AC, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Agree.
15% chance more likely people will miss him.
Yeah, there you go.
Take it.
Yeah,
Can we spend the rest on some healing potions? The rest of our 200 gold.
I'll chip in for that too, actually. So I'll give you 300, so 350. No, 200, so 350.
Okay. Yeah, you can just. How much do you want for healing potions? Like, how do you want to divide that? You want basic healing potions? Is that what you're saying? The 50 gold ones?
Yeah.
Because the next step up is 200.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So as many standard as we can get.
Okay. Yeah. And is Zero doing the purchasing?
Yeah.
I want to see if there's anything else that I need to get. I don't think so.
Do we need a weapon for him for Beldor?
Oh yeah, huh?
He's not proficient in anything.
I could just give him a small knife that I have, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't really make too much of a difference, right?
No, probably not.
So, it's enough to cut him out of things if he gets trapped in them. So, and hopefully he doesn't stab himself with it.
Shields need proficiency to work, right?
Yeah, you need to be trained.
Okay. Yeah. So, chain shirt, and 7 standard healing potions, I think.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So Zero, you purchase all of those.
I'm thinking rope and items too.
Sure, feel free.
Actually,
you might have that. Yeah.
Well, I don't have it because I'm not sure what I did with creating the character, but I am probably going to look for a grappling hook too.
Ooh.
Always useful. 15 gold.
All right. Perfect. So, as that is 15, that brings me down to 7. All right. So rope, and then what else would be useful in the tomb? Brainstorm. What do we get so that way we don't like?
Do we all still have the things that we use to climb up to that hole in the roof, in that big room? What did we use? Like
Pythons.
Pythons.
Yeah.
So do we still have those?
Pythons, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
We have grappling hook now too, so that's actually going to make it easier to do that sort of stuff. What else is useful? I mean, I guess a small satchel might, but perhaps not really as useful.
This isn't something we need to buy. I'm gonna grab a sheet and start ripping it into like strips, and then like put them in my pack just so I have something to potentially tie up Beldor with if he goes crazy.
Oh, Yeah, actually,
Clever.
that's not even a bad idea. How much are
Not
handcuffs?
at all. Manacles?
Manacles? Let's see.
I want to say 5 gold.
I think
That's my
probably
guess.
right.
So I don't be able to get one.
Yes, they are 5 gold.
Hey.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, nope. They are only 2 gold.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I'm going to get 4. And that'll be all my gold.
You're getting 4 sets of manacles.
Because we have encountered a bunch of parties.
That is true. That's probably it, yeah. It's a good purchase.
Can we have a pair each, just in case?
Yeah. That's pretty fair.
Tis might turn a pair down, actually. I don't know how Tis feels about that.
I mean, to be fair, better than killing people.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's about all. Yeah.
Okay. Any other shopping?
Nah, I'm out of gold unless anybody else wants something.
I'm also out of gold.
Okay. There we go. Oh, Celia.
Sorry. Before we
Head
go
back
to
in.
sleep or something, I want to go see Adius.
Okay.
And talk to him about all of my spells that have gone.
Yeah. So you head over to Adius's prefab place, and you see the sort of mind dead waiting for you, and they tell you where he is. As always, he's in the lab. You almost have never come here and not seen him in the lab. You know he has a room. He's mentioned it, but you've never seen him outside. Yeah, you enter the room. I want you to roll a quick perception check.
Okay.
There's I mean, it's not exactly surprising, but there's a little bit of blood on the alchemy table that he has. It's sort of like stained there.
Wonder what he's been doing.
And he looks at you as you enter. He says, "Ah, how are you doing, my dear?"
Better than I was a day ago, but I have a problem.
But you have returned?
I've returned, but not everything has come with me. I've lost all of my blood magic spells.
Quite the loss.
Yes.
But you are alive, and that is what is important, yes? You were captured by the creatures, I heard.
I was. It was unexpected.
I am glad that you have returned safely from there.
As am I.
I assume it's their influence that destroyed the memory of the magic, and also the scales on your cheek.
Yes, they seem willing to help as long as we both have the same agenda.
And as long as you don't use magic that they don't approve of.
Yes, I don't intend to stop using blood magic though.
Good.
I came to ask for your help in getting the spells so I can study them once more.
That is a slow way.
Do you have an alternative?
Yes.
I'm listening.
Unpleasant. But a way to give you the spells faster without spending your time in study and contemplation.
Tell me.
Your friend and rival, my other apprentice.
Serope.
She has been finding objects that are endowed with magical capabilities and gifting them to me. She has found 3, and you see him sort of pull up his goblinoid hand and look at it, of 5. I believe that I can use these to directly transmit my knowledge into your blood.
I won't deny that that's an attractive proposal, but how long do you think it will take until you have all 5?
Longer, but I think I can do this now. Each one unlocks more powers for me. Even with these 3, I believe I can give you many spells.
Is there a drawback?
It will bind you closer to me. Some might see that as a drawback. Others might see it as a plus. And like all blood magic, it comes with a small bit of pain.
Have you tried this on anyone before? Do you know all of the side effects?
I have not. You will be the first. But I am confident that I know how it works. He sort of is holding his left hand awkwardly. Like it never closes all the way. He sort of holds it like at his chest rather than on his, like he would never hold it here. He'd always hold it like here. And like it looks slightly ungainly. I mean, he's a goblin. And so like the way that they hold their hands is already like their fingers are a little too long for their bodies, but you know.
Decisions. I don't like decisions.
And you picked the wrong game.
Okay. Okay. If you transmit this knowledge into my brain, I will still need to write them down into my spellbook, correct?
It will go by in an instant.
How long will it take?
No longer than an hour. It'll feel as if you went to sleep. I may even be able to control it so that you have pleasant dreams.
All right then. I accept your offer.
Come, sit beside me.
Okay.
Give me your hand.
Saya does it.
This will hurt. A little.
I only have 10 hit points.
And he turns over his hand, and you see that in the palm of his hand, there are 3 metal needles that have been embedded into his own hand.
Ow. Okay.
And he takes that hand, which has needles embedded into it, pointy parts in and out, and clasps hands with you. And it stings, and it hurts. But basically what it does is it creates a mental connection between the 2 of you that allows the 2 of you to sort of exchange thoughts directly. And through that, he's able to give you images of puppies and cats or whatever. It's so it hurts at first, but then immediately, like relatively quickly, he's able to like send soothing images. And then before you like know it, like blood magic starts returning back to you.
Is there any way for me to push my end of the connection and see into his mind?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to roll a wisdom saving throw?
I don't want to interrupt what he's doing, but
No.
I am very interested in. Will he know that I've done it?
What?
Will he know that I've done it if I successfully do this?
I don't think you have enough experience to know the answer to that question.
Okay.
I think really what you're doing here is you're probing and trying to figure out the answer to that question.
Okay. Because I want to know any information he has on the undead people he's got walking around.
Sure.
Because they are weird.
Yeah.
I would like to know.
Mm-hmm.
So, wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Okay, so here's the deal. You are in a position now where, in essence, you can see that what these metal needles are doing is they're giving him basically power of blood and therefore mental domination. They're very, very powerful things that allow him to subtly and or not so subtly influence people. You also can see that like part of his goal here is to like gradually manipulate the people into working for him. He doesn't really want to sit on any throne or anything like that, but he does want to be in a position where like the people who do sit on the throne need him, and will do what he says. Right? That's certainly his long-term goal. Basically, though, every time someone fails this wisdom saving throw that you here just succeeded fully, their DC for resisting the next one goes up. So it's almost like a drug in the way that it handles it.
Okay.
The Mind the Dead that he have were his first attempts at this, sort of, but he did it on corpses first rather than living people because he knew that he wouldn't be able to control any living people. So these are basically just corpses that are enthralled by him.
So they don't have a soul or anything.
They don't have a soul. They don't have a personality. They don't have anything. They are literally corpses that he has like magically compelled them. Like they're essentially like compelled by just the like their blood is running through their bodies because he has asked it to, basically.
Okay.
And it's pretty darn creepy, and all that stuff. You are perfectly fine on this wisdom saving throw, obviously. So every time you fail this wisdom saving throw, the DC will go up. Also, every time he gets more needles, the DC will go up as well. And in general, he as he gains more needles, he'll also gain more ability to create situations that are beneficial to you. He sees that he'll be able to like greatly amplify your power, right? He'd be able to allow you to cast a spell that you wouldn't normally be able to cast through this. He'd be able to allow you to upcast all your spells for a length of time. Right? Cast is at the highest level you could cast, even though you would typically run out of spell slots. Right?
Okay.
So he can do all sorts of powerful and cool stuff with this long term to help you, but it also will help him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am glad he is on my side. Kind of on my side.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. And you get all your blood magic spells back. All of them.
Hey. Woo. And then I wake up, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's about an hour later. And you look down, your hand has 3 little pinpricks of blood. And like a very faint red lines drawn between them, almost, it looks like. And maybe even going beyond, but it's very faint and hard to see what it might be.
Okay. I don't know how to bring this up subtly. I don't think Selya does subtle, to be honest. I want to ask how he feels about Hubert Songshaw in general.
He is a businessman.
Is he a businessman that you would like to work with, or a businessman you see as a rival, or...
I have no interest in something so peasant-like as money.
I'm sure Hubert Songshaw has more than money. He has resources.
Yes, I purchased them to build this abode that you are in now.
But would you ever work with him?
Are you asking me to?
No. I just want to know whether you would. That's good to know. Thank you.
I will purchase what I need when I need it.
Hubert Songshaw seems to have made my group, including me, an enemy. And as you know, he has a lot of resources. So I just wanted to make sure you were aware of the situation, I guess.
Men like that think that their money and their business rules the world. How silly and little their minds are.
It may not rule the world, but it does make him powerful enough to have a lot of allies.
Are you asking me to get rid of Hubert Songshaw?
No, at least not yet. But in the future, if he continues in the way that he has been recently, I may go down in a lot of people's estimation, if that makes sense.
Should I seek to change his opinion of you?
Not for now. I want to see how this plays out, but I appreciate the offer.
If you need assistance, Selya, I am always here.
Thank you. And I'm going to leave there.
Absolutely.
That's interesting.
Okay. Anyone else have anything else they want to do in town while they're in town? Anyone you want to check in?
I think that's about it.
Oh, do I have mail by chance?
I have no idea. I've lost track. Probably you do.
Right. I feel like I might.
Statistically unlikely that you don't. Hold on. Let's see. Oh my god. No, wait, you're in town. Hold on.
It's been so long.
I've been so bad at this. Yes, here we go. Nope, wait, those are tarot notes. Damn it. Oh no.
We're pretty confident I do, right?
Yeah, I'm certain you do. Hold on.
I was planning on not reading it, if that helps.
No, wait, hold on. No, it doesn't help, because then I'll forget about it. I don't want to forget about it. Okay, wait, is it this one?
Jess would be very cross, I think.
Yes. No, of course. I'm sure this is it.
It would have been 5 or 6, I think.
Okay, so it's not 4?
I think my last one was 4.
This one, okay, have you read this one?
Let me see.
Where she does a reading for you. It's been so long.
Sorry, I'm reading it. No, I don't remember the last one I got either. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure.
Hold on. I can double check. Hold on. Pin. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, that's letter.
Okay, I don't think I've read this one.
Yes, that is the most recent one.
Okay.
I'm confident. Yes, that is. So letter 4 is the most recent one.
Okay.
So there's mail for you, Tiss.
Are we sleeping? I'm
Yeah,
asking. Yeah, I was putting it up to
you
the party.
You were selling things into the middle of the evening, so smoothies, alcoholic smoothies. You invented the margarita.
Fantasy marks. Okay, I will read it then. Tiss, I am deeply sorry to hear of Mochi's passing. I wish more than anything to be with you during your time of grief, as you were here for me when P passed. Please know that I am sending as much of my love to you as I possibly can. I suppose that we may take a little solace in that P and Mochi may be keeping not only each other company, but now watching over us as they share a pot of tea. My understanding of the world as we know it has changed, again. Although this time I am certain that this is a clarity that is welcomed in these troubling times, I am enlightened, but also carry the heaviest burden. I phrased that kind of weird. I know not of how many others carried such a burden before me, but the sonder I feel when I dream of how many others who are like me, condemned to an early grave, I feel hollow. I could pack my understanding up and never breathe it to another soul for as long as I live. I've been told it's better that way. Okay, that's very sad. I mean this with the most respect possible, Tis, but the city of Racy was to worship Yamis, but for the wrong reasons. It seems that there is a great conversation afoot, a human and lizard folk us versus them mentality, and that only true Celestrans, in quotes, have rights and freedoms not given to the Dwarven, the Elvish, the Foxfolk, the Tiefling. A group of thugs beat up a Foxfolk friend of mine, leaving him practically at death's door. This city turns ugly. It is not the jewel of the sea, but rather a fool's gold, sold to an unsuspecting tourist in the market. Maybe you can make a return trip home on insert date when someone knows he will be in bed early. Oh, nice. Tis would make special note of that. I have a few meetings that day, especially in the early afternoon. Sometimes I fall asleep on my writing desk mid-thought about the day's events and tasks of the morrow that need to be done. I sit at my desk, writing this letter, and my gaze keeps drifting to my cards. Another reading is calling for you, my friend. I know better than to deny the request.
You don't have to do the reading if you don't want, but you're welcome to if you wish.
I'd like to, yeah. The first card is the Devil. In universe, it is the Manticore. It represents excess, materialism, and playfulness. And it also says here it represents the fears, obsession, and insecurities that hold people back from reaching their true potential. 3 souls are encapsulated into one beast, but those bonds are not those that are physical or real. That's very interesting. 8 is strength. In universe, that is the Kraken. Its themes are bravery, compassion, focus, and inner strength. A great deal of inner understanding that radiates power. Along with this power, there is also compassion. Thus, the relationship between the Kraken and the sea is not one of force, but balance between them. The next card is the Queen of Pentacles. The themes are practicality, creature comforts, and financial security. A woman that is blessed with gifts of comfort and domestic talent, a motherly figure at all times. She seeks to bring her loved ones joy through all things that are worldly, a keeper of hearth and home. And someone ends the letter, I miss you, brother. Love always, S. Very nice. And another very poignant reading.
Amazing how often these readings are like
right. Yeah, from the very first one.
So for those of you who don't know what's happening, between my various campaigns, we have a letter writing campaign, and people can write to each other between the campaigns. And 2 people in particular, Tiss and Sawin on my Monday night game, are writing letters to each other, and it's great.
Yeah, it's been very fun. So Sawin noted that day. I forget if this is okay. So in my last letter, I told Sawin to include a time when he would be in bed, early, with the intent of reaching to him with the dream spell from the magic weapon Dreamer's Thorn. and I guess if Tis could tell what time here would be nighttime over there, they would, yeah, they would try to do that.
Yeah, you're actually on pretty much the same longitude.
Oh, okay, so night here is night there.
Yeah, you're. I mean, I think you're a little over, but actually, I have the whole point of having a map is so that I can look this stuff up. Then I forget. Map done by @CreativeChameleon, by the way. You can check it out on their page. It's on their page. It's pretty cool. Yeah. So you guys are here. Yeah, you're a little bit west of them, but not substantially. Certainly not enough to be like.
Yeah. Couple hours difference.
Not even that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's yeah, no, you're in the same time zone, whatever.
Okay.
Fantasy time zone. You're in the same fantasy time zone.
So yeah, that night before Tis goes to sleep, they will pull out Dreamer's Thorn. They'll expend 4 charges to cast the Dream spell, and they will reach out to Solomon. In the letter that Tis last wrote, they said to welcome the waves, as like a hint for Solomon to tell him like, hey, this is the signal I'm going to be using to show that it's me calling. So per the details of the dream spell, Tis will create imagery and sounds like a soundscape of waves crashing, just like gently on the shore.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And we will see that conversation play out in a week or 2.
Yeah.
Probably several weeks actually. Because we're taking a hiatus on Primarch Magically Black Ice's assassination. But we will see the results of that then.
Exciting.
I know, exciting.
Yeah.
What? Cross-campaign communication? Who would have thought? I would have thunk. Cool, awesome, good stuff. I dig it. Okay, awesome. Well, let's dive back into Tomb World here. That sound good to people? Your intention is to make your way directly to the robots?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got a long rest, didn't we? Cool.
Yeah, you got a long rest. Okay. And what route are you taking to the robots?
I want to say fastest and direct, most direct. But if anyone has any ideas.
The one where we don't die.
Right.
The safest. Yeah, definitely. The safest.
Actually, yeah, safest.
I think the safest over the fastest.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what the safest route is.
Is there one where we haven't almost died, you think?
As long as we don't die. If we die, then I'm taking it out on you guys. My ghost will be vengeful.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume, so let's see, we go through the skeleton challenge place. We've done that several times, obviously. You guys have the path keys, so you don't need to be challenged by the skeletons. I'm just gonna rule that you took Lyra's from her for Bealdor and gave it to Bealdor, and got through. And head down to room 1. I think you follow the columns around here past the sphere trap, all the way up to hallway 8. And I think down from there, I don't think that you deal with the secret passage to this place, to the trap room, because climbing seems harder to me than walking down the stairs, since they kind of lead to the same place. So you walk down the stairs and you get to this garbage room. Now, here's really where I want you to make a choice. Okay? Do you want to go north and then south through the pit traps? Through the pit traps here and here that you guys have already found. This is the room where you rested with the bear and then fought the ambush, and then went through the secret passageway this way. Or do you want to go south, where the beholder thing is, and climb down here where the cold room is, which is 37, and then go that way to the
Well, if you're asking, do I want to go see a beholder?
I mean the death tyrant, right? It was undead and it was like a security system. It wasn't
tyrant, beholder, whatever you call it. Probably going with the bear poop for my vote, anyways.
I like that that one more. Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Cool. Yes, you go past the place. You've been here before. There's like an elevated temple here. You've searched beneath it. You found some stuff there. There's a statue over here that you guys still haven't really spent too much time with, but it's there. And then you're heading south, and you make it through that room. You know where the secret passage is. So you follow through the secret passage, and then you continue further south, and end up. Yeah, I think. Cool. I'm just doing a quick. Nice. You're in good shape. Cool. So I'm gonna basically say that like you can make it through all there, but I'm gonna raise the threat without any problems. But I'm raising the threat pool to 3. Sound good?
All right.
Cool. Awesome. Well, guys, good job. You make it back to the robot place, and you have in the soul, in the soulwood box, a jewel of Ozishra.
Can I seek out Fate?
Yeah. Let's go chat with Fate. Fate is around here somewhere. Yeah. So Fate comes towards you.
We've bought the item that we had mentioned. Brought the item that we had mentioned.
You have returned.
We have. Tis will present the solar box and open it.
One of the mechanical spiders, like walks over kind of slowly, like almost irritatingly slowly, and approaches you, and like with 2 very careful mechanical legs, reaches in and like pierces the soul stone, the communication soul stone, between its things, and sort of picks it up a little bit. And Fate looks at it and says, "Your offering is acceptable."
We've also brought a friend along that may have been influenced by the being that communicates through that stone, by Ozishra.
Yeah, it starts scanning and looks and sees Bealdor. And immediately says, "Death, bring him to the table."
Oh, wait, hold on. What? Is that one of the robots?
And one of the robots that's been hanging out on the wall this whole time starts coming closer. It starts walking closer. It seems to have 4 legs, but they all look like human, and like 2 faces, one forward and one sideways, or something like that. And it keeps on, like, it kind of walks forward awkwardly.
Hold on. Why is that one called Death? What? Oh.
Wait, is it called Death? Or was he calling for death for the guy?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What do you think?
Fate. Do you mean to say that this man needs to die?
No.
Oh.
Oh
god. That individual, that mechanism is named Death?
Yes.
Okay.
Mildly concerning that you called him forward. What forward specifically?
Yes. That precisely. What does Death do?
But like, is it like the Usain Bolt of like ending, or is it like the snail outside my garden type of speed of ending?
Death does not cause ending.
Interesting.
Will Bealdor be alive when this process is over?
Yes. the spell that affects him will be dead.
Okay. Yeah.
We can deal with that.
Well, Bjaldor, if you don't mind, we will see if you are indeed affected or not.
Good luck. We hope you live.
You will.
Hopefully, but just in case, I get your stuff, right?
The big robot said you'll live. Its name is Fate. It has to know, right?
I'm serious about the stuff. Like, I could get a piece of paper with like writing and stuff, like if needed.
So Bjaldor like is picked up by the robot and put on the table, and like, wait, guys, no, look, I'm fine. You don't need to do this to me. I don't need to do anything. This is fine. This is fine. I'm totally going to be like, I don't need to go through this. Please, guys, help. Please.
It scanned you and it saw that you were touched by Ozishra.
I'll give you some berries after this. It's okay.
We'll have Margs. We'll go back up and we'll have
Someone's got to get the keystone. Someone's got to get the keystone. Someone's got to get the keystone out of the temple.
What? Which temple?
This temple.
Where? Wait, what is that? A keystone?
It's some sort of thing. It's just got to get out of the temple. It's going to cause a lot of problems.
Where is it?
I don't know. Somewhere deep.
I feel like it should stay in the temple. If did Ovishra tell you that?
No.
Are you sure?
It's in a river.
A river.
There's no rivers in this temple. It's in a desert.
Were there rivers in the that other space that we went to with the fake Akarut?
Not that you saw.
Okay.
But maybe.
That could have been that.
Well, that is interesting. There could have been, yeah.
Yeah, and I think at this point, the inexorable named Death just sort of places his hand on, or its hand on Bjaldor, and Bjaldor starts screaming.
Oh Christ!
Oh God, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, I feel so bad.
Is he in pain?
Yes.
Can he not
How
be
bad?
in pain and not dead?
He will not die.
Tis
Is
will.
there anything I can do to lessen his suffering?
Can we like hold hands through the power of friendship? And
Or the power of cantrip?
Yeah.
You can open your. I mean, okay, so you would know that you have a spell that you could cast that would lessen his pain. A certain cantrip.
oh no.
Do I? Control frames, frostbite, more death, produce flame, bloody ward.
One of those has the word ward in it.
Yeah.
It is a protective spell.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Theoretically, you could. I mean, you can cast that if you want, but you already know how these people feel about blood magic.
Oh right.
I wasn't going to say anything because I wanted to say.
I also forgot. Yeah.
No,
I was going to do it. I was
I
definitely
do.
going to do it.
I
just
wasn't
wanna,
going to say anything.
I don't want to go through all that needling again, so I'm really sorry, Bjaldor, you're going to have to suffer.
Okay. Yeah. So I think our camera. We have to have this moment, if you don't mind. We have to have this moment where the camera zooms in on Celia, and we see Celia think for a moment, and we almost hear like an inner monologue of like, "I have a spell that could help remove the pain." And like, then there's this moment where she's like, "Oh God, you have to harden your heart, because if you cast it, more problems will happen." And so on some levels, Celia has to become a little bit more comfortable with the pain of others.
I think Celia goes as far as like getting her dagger out and like putting it to her palm and then realizing that she can't do that in front of the inexorables. And she just kind of slowly puts it away and she's just like, oh my God, what am I doing? Having a bit of a crisis.
That is rough.
She stays quiet.
I don't know how to ask this like in game, but is he making saving throws?
He's not making death saving throws now.
Ability saving throws? That's the word, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's trying to resist what they are doing to him.
Okay, so if I helped him with saving throws, he would successfully resist and maybe escape.
I mean, the problem is that if you help him, then he might not actually toss off the influence of Zishra.
Would that include if I healed him? If I used Lay on Hands?
No, healing him would just be comfort.
Okay, yeah. So as the process is going on, I will slowly, gradually use single points of Lay on Hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like as you do, you lessen his pain.
If his hand is free, I'll grab his hand.
Yeah, it is.
Can I walk around and grab the other?
Yeah, absolutely.
The power of friendship.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah. So you guys help him through this. And I think meanwhile, a new and expert one that you haven't seen before, gallops down the stairs on the eastern side of the room. It is four-legged and looks sort of like a deer, but without like a head or without a face or without anything, and it's pretty big. Yeah, it's pretty big and definitely weird looking. And Fate looks at it and says, "Nature, you have returned." And this creature sort of nods. You see that one of its arms is literally a giant hammer. It just has a giant hammer on like a rotator cuff, basically. And Fate looks at it and nods and says, "The subject is ready." And the spider creatures take this gem and place it on a pedestal next to Lyra. And Nature walks over and says, "Time, I need you." And Time floats over this wheel with spikes coming out of it, just sort of floats over near Lyra. And you see the faintest blue line just draw a connection between Lyra and the stone that you brought. And then another blue line traces it. And then another blue line traces it. And they're not all exactly on top of each other, but it keeps on coming, and it faster and faster and faster until like there's finally like a glowing blue line between Lyra and this gem, right? Just sort of enunciating and elucidating the power between them. And then Nature's arm, which is again a giant hammer, just sort of rolls and smashes and breaks the gem. And Lyra gasps in
pain. Is she clearly still in pain, or was it just a sudden like burst?
It was a sudden, momentary thing. She certainly didn't like the experience, though.
Can Sawyer grab her hand as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So you grab her hand, and she feels slightly weakened to you. But Fate says she is freed.
Is she conscious?
Yeah, she's conscious. She's a little groggy and out of it. It kind of looked like she was asleep before they smashed the gem, and then like was woken to extreme pain. So it's like a shocking situation, you know.
Okay. I'm just gonna like keep hold of her hand and like make sure that she knows that she's safe and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I think with these two very intense, very painful rituals from our evil robot people, or maybe not evil robot people, but from the robot people, we will, I think, call at the end of the session. If that's okay.
Fair enough.
Uh-huh.
We made smoothies, everybody.
You made smoothies.
We got so much done.
You kind of did, actually. You freed several curses, so I'm comfortable calling that so much.
Definitely.
Yeah.
See, Lyra's gonna ask like, what's it called? She's gonna ask what's up basically next time. And how are we gonna answer that? It's just like we made smoothies and lifted a bunch of curses, but we made smoothies.
We made smoothies. We invented the margarita using chilled veg. Okay, let's see. We've got some experience points to hand out to people. Let me pull up Bucketer.
Oh, they're gonna be pineapple smoothies. Yo, that's the name for the smoothies.
Oh, I love it.
Named after the fairy. Oh my god, I'm still making that recipe too. Pineapple, mixed berries, green tea powder. Doesn't even sound that bad right off the bat. Honey.
Not as far as I can tell.
It sounds great. I want some. Okay, let's see. What do I have here? We have Broke Bialdor's Curse. We have Broke Broke Lyra's Curse. We have Read a Letter. We have Stole from the Garbage. We have
Garbage digging achievement achieved.
Developed relationship with Adius.
Yay.
Let's see. What else do we have?
Developed relationship with Elzisha.
Yeah. Got charmed by Ozisha. I'm not certain if I should give you experience with
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You know, it's a thing.
Maybe when we break it.
Yeah, I think breaking it will certainly do something. I don't know. Anything else you feel like you should get experience points besides things I just said?
I don't think so.
You got the smoothie experience points, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, smoothies. I will definitely do that. I'm not even slightly kidding.
No, that is the most important.
Yeah, first I want to be very clear. I'm not even slightly kidding. Of course, you definitely get smoothie experience.
So funny.
Also, GM laughter experience. You broke the GM. That's always a good thing.
Yeah.
And then there were 3 of you today, yes?
Yes.
Cool. So you guys get 2,134 experience.
Nice. I have no idea what that leaves us at, but I'm going to match it with whoever.
I'm rubbish at maths. I'm sorry. Calculator.
Yeah, I've got mine out. 18, 338. I have 20,472. 72.
Ooh, wow. You guys are getting close to next level.
Yeah.
Yep, 20,522, yes.
Oh, 522? I got 472. We might have been at different values too, though, right?
No, because I'm doing equal. Who's higher?
So I think you are.
Great, let's go
Me,
with Emily.
522.
I'm just going to go with Emily's total.
Cool.
Cool.
I don't even know what. Wait, level 7, right?
You're level 6 right now. Level 7 is 23,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're very close to it. I wonder what we each get. If that's like a power level or if it's a different level.
I think I get an aura or something.
It's a big spellcaster level.
Ooh, okay, so Enite or
Fourth
Enite
level spell.
has something.
4th level spells. Combat circumventing spells, some of the most useful. Okay, well, guys, I had a good time. I hope y'all had a good time. We are calling it a day there, if I'm not mistaken. And all that good stuff. Let's see. Marcus, I have a question.
Yeah.
That you would know better than me.
Sure.
When we raid people, what are the rules that? Can I raid anyone I want to raid that is on?
I'm not sure. I would think so, yeah. Yeah, do you know, Jack?
Yeah, so you can rate anybody that's currently streaming, and what it will do is it'll provide a countdown for everybody in the stream.
Cool.
Essentially, they can click to join it or click to not, but it'll automatically route them as if it was a host, and then it gives a little countdown timer. And then to do it, you just type into the chat /raid, and then the name of the person.
Oh,
cool.
I didn't know there was a
can do
chat command.
/raid. We are going to raid Distracted Elf people.
Oh, cool.
If you don't know Distracted Elf, she is a TTRPG trans streamer who's awesome. Right now, it looks like she's playing some Borderlands 3. So come join that raid. See if that works.
She's on a lot of Roll20 stuff, right? Like their actual play.
Yes, she's currently one of the players in their actual play, their new actual play of Lost Mine of Phandelver, run by Dave the DM. It's a nice, good stream. They just started this week, and they're a lot of fun.
Cool.
And yeah, if you can come join the raid, that would be great. Always good to raid people and say hi. If you don't know Distracted Elf, she's awesome. Well, thank you all so much for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. And we are having a lot of fun. And please continue checking out our stuff. We are going to go raid Distracted Elf. But in the meantime, please don't forget the most important things in life are always to call your cat, feed your mom. Take care, everyone. Bye.